Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Franz, and I'm gonna be going over my 4-2-3-1 Manchester United Invincible tactic. Everything from team instructions to player instructions, why not to choose the young players in some games, and generally how to get your players on form and try to keep them on form if they start dropping below standards. My two initial signings were Bruno Fernandes from Sporting and Ruben Neves from Wolves. I said immediately when I bought them in the beginning of the save that they would probably be my most influential players this season. When you're looking at your team, when you're thinking about Football Manager, you have to look at your bench, you have to look at your youth, and you have to trust in every single player in there. Because you know, if you play Football Manager, you know this game will give you injuries, knocks, suspensions, abysmal players, out of form players. You have to deal with all this. If Wan-Bissaka gets injured, can I trust the low to come and do the job versus City or Liverpool or Barcelona or whoever? To be honest, the low is probably going to be too attacking compared to Wan-Bissaka. And he's probably going to leave way more space in behind than Wan-Bissaka would. Now, to counter that, when the low has to play, Daniel James plays right winger. And the reason this is, James is not great at finishing chances, but his speed makes him so good at tracking back to catch people. At the same time, Greenwood is great at going into the box, taking a shot on his own, or laying it off to someone else. But he is not as fast and he's not as brave and determined when it comes to defending. If you can push submit team and you're confident that your backup is gonna do the same job because you filled in his weakness, you have a really good chance of winning every game. Now, I grew up watching Manchester. I want to win the ball back quick. I want to counter press. I want to play counter attacking, fast, free flowing, attacking football while keeping it relatively closed at the back. See, I want to win most of my balls up high on the field. So if De Gea gets the ball, I want him to slow down the pace, distribute it to the center backs because I want him to give time to all my players to stretch the field. It's important to be compact while being urgent in your pressing. We mark tighter, we use offside trap, we prevent the goalkeeper from distributing short, and we get stuck in. This will lead to you getting quite a bit of fouls. You'll get some cards, you might get some red cards, but in general, if you have smart defenders or they have the right attributes, they will not get too many cards, at least not too many red cards. They will get yellow cards, yes, but once they get the yellow card, it's important to tell them to ease off tackles as well. But not maybe every player. Some players are good enough, smart enough to play on a yellow card and still be aggressive, and they won't get the second one. Now look, we might line up with Greenwood here and Martial up front. Or if we change it up and we decide to go with James and Greenwood, and Greenwood's up top and Jameson's on the right, look, they both have special instructions. The reason for this is because James is not as good at shooting on the right as Greenwood is. Tackle harder, mark tighter on every single player except my striker. The striker is the only one I want to bother the center backs the whole 90 minutes. The reason I have an inside forward attack and the winger is Rashford is bad at crossing, he's good at shooting, he loves to run with the ball and take a shot, so I play to his strengths. James takes players on more and just runs past them and crosses it in with less shooting skills. Now, there's only two players in my team that don't have take more risk. McTominay and Fernandes. Why, you might ask? See, in my midfield, Neves is already sitting way back behind the others. To take more risks on Neves, I want him to do more risky passing. And in return, he is my highest key passer in the whole team. I want McTominay to run box to box, get on the ball, harass players, and just get a shot off outside the box. While Fernandes takes more advanced positions. and pushes into the box with the striker or takes a long shot. Mike Phelan handles my training, all of it. McKenna handles tactical meetings. And my director of football does all the negotiating for my transfer targets. Lastly, but very importantly, you have to use the interaction system. Try to motivate them if they're playing well, training well. Or try to tell them to pick it up if they're playing badly, they're training badly. Try to get some glimpse of a good form from a player before you pick him into your starting 11. I hope this has helped you guys out. I hope you guys will try this out with your teams and let me know how it worked out. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.